Hello everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today is the March 4th, 11:24 p.m. Just wanted to let folks know that we are now a referred partner of MotiveWave. So if you go into the store anywhere from the site, just look for the MotiveWave logo. In there you will find the MotiveWave details. If you are interested in probably in my mind, one of the best retail trading platforms out there, this is it. You can just click on any of these links and off you go to get your 14-day trial with MotiveWave. You'll be seeing more MotiveWave in coming days and weeks as I do better analysis with it, because the charting's pretty phenomenal. So let's go through what's been happening in the world of cryptocurrencies. So this is the latest status of the big crypto pairs. You can see there's a lot of negative returns there on the 24-hour moves on all the big ones. But the bot's still doing quite well. So as always, you can always check out the track record anywhere from the site. Just click it. And what will happen is you will get, let me just make sure, let me just try this out. There's a video there that will instruct you how to interpret this thing. It's pretty simple once you understand it. But I track all the last 10 days of trading activity for the bot. So I've downloaded the latest one from today. This thing's now truly set and forget, and I haven't looked at it since Friday, but it does trade Saturday and Sunday, currently trading as well. So let me show you first the curve, the equity curve. This is pretty strong. It has steepened quite a bit over the last week. It's come off yesterday, but it's steepened like incredibly, just an amazing amount. So if you look at the overall P&L, since I've been tracking this in the first week of, let me just pull it up in another better editor. In the first week of February, what you'll find here is, I'm just going to throw this in my spreadsheet here. Okay, let's see. I gotta say that this Libre Office is getting really slow, but still compared to Microsoft Office, a lot better. So let me just show you the format here. So again, as I always do, these are the latest couple of weeks. Date column, this is the profit. I'll be putting in a much higher trading amount this week into the account, so you'll be seeing these numbers grow quite a bit, hopefully. This right here, this column is the winning ratio, and this is the column that I really pay attention to, is the return of the total returns for the trading day. As you can tell by the date of creation here, that this is on 23:55, which is another way of saying 5 minutes to midnight. So processes the pretty close to 24 hours time period while it's trading, and then it will track all of the reports. So last Sunday we got 29%, and it just grew. Like, people don't believe these numbers. 15%, 16%, 2 days of 17%. So as I said, with the equity curve, let me just load it up again. That's why it's steepened quite a bit, as it showed. So you can see it's steepened quite a bit over the last week, but it's tapered off because of the slow returns on the crypto over the last day or so, and it shows right here where it only well, I shouldn't say only generated, but it did pretty good at 6%. But yeah, as I said, we've had numerous days of double-digit returns over the last few weeks, which is pretty incredible if you ask me. So there's that, and then the last file to show you is the overall so-called track record. This is like formatted as in a professional term sheet, so it gives you all the typical stats that you would expect, all the descriptive stats, the average down, the overall performance for each month, and the sharp and all that. So our first month's complete. So supposedly we brought in 3%. average up month 2%. So it's a lot higher than that on a daily level, but our Sharpe ratio is pretty good, as well as our monthly. But you can see here our skewness on the overall performance is pretty wide. That's because of the performance has been, as I said, from a daily basis, is performed 3% all the way up to 29%. So it's pretty varied, and then you get that kind of stat. So it's looking pretty good, pretty strong actually. Okay, so that's how things look now. And as I said, this is where the market's at. Where's the market again? Where's my cryptocurrency? Right here. So everything's down right now, but I will say, and the trends are following, where I do see the oscillation that I saw early, first couple of weeks of December. It's back, but they're more wide. So you can see here that the overall swings are pretty varied. Like Binance Coin at 2%, 5%, 7.68%, 2.66%. So it's pretty wide, meaning it's more volatile. But some of the, we'll call them less volatile pairs are doing well. But when they do come back, they come back with a vengeance, and that's when the time is to trade, to pick up all those opportunities. Now, if you're trying to do this as a human, I think it's pretty hard to accomplish, because you literally have to be in front of a screen watching your signals, whatnot, 24 hours. So that's why you need to build the automation. Just so you know, I have to go into a store here. There's two options that I give people. Right here is the, right now I've got the Python course, which has just raised the price last week to this amount, $1,200 US. So that course will walk you through, showing you how to potentially build bots like what I'm showing you here, the kind of results. The other service, if you're not a programmer, I have this service here with the Quant Analytics, which will give you analytics for both crypto as well as Forex and Forex and CFD. So that data from the crypto comes from Binance, but the data for the CFD and Forex comes from Oanda. So let me show you the quick charts here, the quick views of the CFDs. So here's a CFD for today. This is sent out every 2 hours. So right now, again, I use crypto. The returns that I'm showing you here are without leverage. There's no leverage involved to get these kind of returns, which is good. The problem when you start moving into CFDs, they're high risk, but you see the performance on oil is up 2.5, 1.8% moves. You also have China has been doing very well last week. So this one's doing okay for the NASDAQ. Meanwhile, some of the other ones are negative. These are hourly moves, by the way, on Oanda. So these are not the best. Right now, to get the better view is to trade, let's say, oil, WTI, or BCO. And then, of course, I have the similar charts for Forex as well. So I show those as well. But if I showed you those, the hourly the hourly moves are very tiny, like 1%. But if I showed you the moves for some of the crypto pairs that I trade in an hour, can be up to 10+%, again without leverage. So if you want to get a comparative level of return and move, you'd have to put on 5 or 10 times leverage to get that kind of move. So if it does go against you, or a whipsaw, which is very hard to predict, those can do some major damage on your trading account. So that's why I do not recommend using leverage if you don't need to, especially when you move into the world of crypto. So you get some amazing performance out of crypto. That's why I don't put a ton of money into crypto. But let me show you videos I put up last week with MotiveWave. I put up a bunch of videos last week here at Quant Labs, the channel on YouTube. So I'll just pull those up. So we go under videos. I do have a playlist for this. show you that in a minute. Anyways, if you more recent videos right here, these three testing MotiveWave, the new version 6 beta 1 with both hooking it up to my live window count. So I've shown you the Forex pairs and the CFD watch lists, and these are showing a lot of promise. So I'm now at a point to actually automate the trading for both of these, similar to the cryptocurrency one that I have. I don't expect to do all that well, nowhere as close to as well with either Forex or CFD with Oanda for the automation. But, you know, there's opportunity to make some money, but I would not put a lot of effort into that. So again, you can go and check out the MotiveWave charts, performance, and all the whole system, how it works on MotiveWave. And as I said, I have a playlist for MotiveWave. If you go into the playlist, you can easily find the MotiveWave playlist right here. And there's probably 10 or 20 videos in there, and it shows you all the different experiments that I have so far played around with MotiveWave. I'm here from quantlabs.net. I am testing out brand new. So you have 10 or 11 videos here. And again, with MotiveWave, you can hook it up to pretty all the major brokers, including Oanda, new IKEFeed to move into stocks, options, futures, using IKEFeed on top of interactive brokers as well. So they do support that. But right now I'm just playing around with Oanda. But I do see a enormous potential down the road with things like options. So that's pretty well it. Let me just check to see if there's been any comments or anything on this Facebook stream, which will make its way over to the podcast and to the, let's see, I got 2 likes. Thanks for the likes, guys. Yeah, so no questions, it looks like. So yeah, I'll be making this video available on YouTube and the podcast as well. If you are interested in this, just get in touch with me. Oh, I forgot one other thing as well. Last week my email was down. We are back again with the newsletter started yesterday. But if you come under here, oops, let me just go back to my website instead. If you go anywhere on my website, quantlabs.net, anywhere the blog, the whatever, in there you'll find a little icon. If you are familiar with the Facebook Messenger icon, you'll see it pop up eventually on the lower right here. That will enable you to chime into a, just drop the blog here. You'll be able to chime into the Messenger list that I'm building up, similar to the email list. And that will just announce things like my my broadcast. Just clear this. Wow, it's really slow. Wow. Come on. Too much junk on here. I'm going to have to remove some of this stuff. Wow, it's really slow. So you'll see a little Facebook Messenger. So if you are on Facebook, you'll be able to subscribe to the bot and get onto the list. Okay, so that's pretty well there. I want to show. If you want, got any questions, just let me know. And as always, you can go to the Facebook page, quantlabs.net, right here, to get follow the group or the page, and then you'll be notified of all my live alerts when I go live, like I am now. Also, I have Instagram now. I've been getting some good responses on Instagram lately, which is so go to Instagram for all you social media fiends. It's quantlabs.net. So it's quantlabs.net here, and then that will bring up all the charts because people seem to be responding to the charts and stuff, seeing the performance, the daily performance of the chart. So just playing around with that and seeing how people like it. Other than that, it's pretty well it. Hopefully I'll help you out, and we shall talk to you later.